Well, how the mighty have fallen.
Shut up, Eddie.
I have it under control. I'm a professional. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it all.
I get it.
Do you?
I'm sorry, man. Look, every minute you spend busting my balls is a minute less I can spend writing. So, you want to start or what?
For the record, you did this to yourself. You made your choices. It's on you if we finish the book or not.
Fine, let's get started, dude. How's it feel to finally finish one of these projects?
It feels damn good. Aside from your shenanigans, though. To actually finish a project feels pretty good. I mean, we started those Lit 9000 videos almost coming up on, what, a year and a half now? I mean, it feels nice to finish something for once.
The plan evolved, man. I definitely didn't plan on doing these videos with you. You know, didn't see that coming. You want to go ahead and let's start the recap and get this ball rolling?
Let's get it.
On day one, we decided a genre.
You shot down my idea for space hookers with laser swords. You countered with Wild Wild West, Apocalypse, and some other shit I don't remember. I offered space hookers with laser swords, a fantasy with giants and trolls, and then erotica. And we ended up settling on this stupid ass romance.
Yes, sir. You gave us Mark and Cassidy, a 911 dispatcher, and a firefighter.
She's still a boss bitch.
Yeah. So on day two, I came up with... My mistake. You came up with our beloved characters and their descriptions.
I sure did. I'm still not convinced that you mentioned her big...
On day three, we covered how Mark and Cassidy first met. They met at a first responder gala, helped save a man from a heart attack, or with a heart attack, saved his life, whatever. They have a couple drinks, and then they ran off from the gala to Gary's bar and had some more drinks, got to know each other, and then they went on the beach, watched the sunrise. Super romantic.
On day four, we set them up on their first date. You struggled to come up with ideas.
All of those ideas were legit, man. Hell, I've gone on a couple dates from those ideas.
And magically, you're still single.
No shit, man. Alright, day five, we had a interesting discussion about the sex scene.
Discussion? It was a heated argument, man. I was ready to throw hands with you over whether to include a sex scene in a romance book.
It's a good thing you didn't.
Why, you think you could take me?
Oh, I know I could take you.
What would you do?
I'd knock you the fuck out.
In your dreams? You want to find out? Let's go, let's do this.
Nah, man, we don't have time for this, man. Let's move on.
Yeah, that's right, bitch ass.
Day six.
The third worst day of my life.
My eyes are still stained from the nasty sex filth you wrote. I am haunted by the things I read that day.
Oh, don't be so overdramatic. That was a typical Tuesday when I was with Karen.
I could have gone the rest of my life never knowing that and would have been better off. Anyways, we're gonna move past that. Shutting you down on the sex scene gave you the epiphany for the conflict, which helped move the story along.
Epiphany? What the fuck is that?
That stupid bolt of lightning you were looking for to give you the idea for the conflict struck you. That's what an epiphany is. Jesus. Amateur.
You could have just said that. Fucking authors with their fancy words.
On day 7, we have Mark go through that horrific 911 call with that kid and basically traumatize our main character, our MC. And while he's at Gary's bar, he meets Daisy.
But he didn't go for it. They didn't hook up. That's the key point right there. They didn't do it. Even though she's hot. She's hotter than hell. She's probably hotter than Cassidy. Cassidy's still a boss bitch. All I'm saying is Daisy obviously could give her a run for her money. Hence the, affair and all that, but we'll get there.
Right, but then not even a couple chapters later, on their anniversary day of Mark and Cassidy dating.
Because their schedules haven't been lining up, man. I don't know how many times we got to go over this. He never sees her. He works, she's off. She works, he's off. I think I covered that. If one's working, the other isn't. There you go. Anyways, it was a scheduling conflict.
Mark cheats on Cassidy.
That would have been the nastiest sex scene you ever read. I went easy on you with Mark and Cassidy's sex scene because it was their first time, but boy, if I got to write that scene, you would definitely have to go to church and pray to God for forgiveness for what you read.
Thank you for your mercy.
Then, on day 8...
Yeah, the day you were late because of the National Stripper Day parade.
Best day of my life.
You know, I did find the National Stripper Day parade after we wrapped on day 8.
Really?
Oh yeah. It turned into a wild party and led to a bender. It was, I don't even, the days blurred together. I couldn't tell you how many days went by. It was wild.
I hate you so much right now. That's why you blew me off for 3 weeks. You were hanging out with those strippers.
Guilty.
I'm not talking to you after this.
On day 8, we finally let Mark and Cassidy have their 1-year anniversary dinner. That's when Cassidy asks him to move in together, for them to live together.
Which he does.
Even though he's having an affair.
And that brings us to the juicy part.
Should I write this down?
Buckle up, here we go.
Oh, crap.
Several months go by after Mark and Cassidy move in together. Their schedules fall out of line. It's pandemonium for their relationship. Things are on the rocks. And Mark is still struggling with that 911 call that the kid called in. And then, turns out he was murdered. And so Mark's struggling with that. Doesn't have Cassidy around, but Daisy's available. He has Daisy come over, and they get down and dirty.
That's a slippery slope.
It sure is. Several more months after that, after he starts having her over when Cassidy's working night shifts, Cassidy comes home early, catches them in bed.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
That has to break her heart.
Oh, it does. And to make matters worse, after Daisy skedaddles, Cassidy tells Mark that she's pregnant, and he has to choose between her and Daisy.
Damn it. No, we're not doing that.
Why? What's the matter? I'm giving you gold here.
We're not going down that road. We're not bringing a kid into the conflict.
Why not? It's checkmate on our boy Mark. It doesn't get any better than this.
We're not going there.
What is your problem?
I don't like the idea of a kid coming into a dysfunctional family, you know, the mom and dad not getting along. They get divorced. You know, that is exactly why I've stayed single, is to find the right partner to raise a kid with. You know, if it's already fucking doomed from the start, why bother bringing the kid into it? You know, it's not fair to the kid.
This is the reason?
Look, best case scenario, Mark chooses to stay with Cassidy. They have the baby and try to work things out over you know, a few years, but she never 100% trusts him again because he had an affair. Pretty hard to forget that your significant other cheated on you with another person. You know, he probably becomes an alcoholic when things don't work out anyways. Either he was trying to do the right thing or, you know, wasn't happy. Either way, worst case scenario, he chooses Daisy. Cassidy stays a single mother because she doesn't trust men after he cheated on her. And Jimmy, you know, grows up either without a dad or having to go back and forth between houses. Either way, Jimmy loses. It's a lose-lose situation for him because what are the fucking odds of it working out between the two of them?
I think you're greatly exaggerating the situation here. Don't forget, there was love between Mark and Cassidy.
There was love in that relationship until Cassidy found another woman in her bed. I mean, you got to rebuild that relationship because it's shattered. And it'll never be 100% again because there'll always be that little bit of distrust between them because he cheated on her. And, you know, that family, if he does stay with them, will never be 100% whole because of that lingering fear of him cheating again.
You gotta go there, man. I don't know what else to tell you. I've read your writing, and you don't take the big risks that you need to. That makes the story interesting. If you ever want to be famous, that's how you do it. You gotta take the risks. You gotta go there in the story.
Whatever, man. What do you think Mark's gonna do? Is he gonna stay with Cassidy or is he gonna run off with Daisy?
I haven't decided yet. I thought I'd talk with you a little bit about it, let you think about it before we make a decision. because it will decide the ending of the story, and we have to do it very delicately so it's done right, or otherwise people or the readers are going to be emotionally devastated.
Yeah, that's a good idea, man. Good thinking there. I think that'll do for...
One more thing.
What is it?
We haven't discussed the book title yet. We've done these videos. We've gone all this time calling it The Book. What do we call it?
I knew something was missing, man. You should have said something sooner. We could have come up with the title long ago. I mean, usually I'll come up with like a temporary title for, you know, while I'm writing the book, but this time I just wanted to dive right into it, man. So how about this? You think about a really good title for the book, and I'll think about the climax.
Climax? That sounds a little pornographic.
It's the peak of the story, man. It's not some dirty lingo. I mean, all right, so you got the beginning, right? The story starts, you know, you got to meet everybody. All right, you got rising action. What's going on? What's happening in the story? What is it? It's got to lead to something. Shit's about to hit the fan, and then it hits the fan. You got the peak. It's the pinnacle of the story, all right? And then you go over the peak. You got the declining action, the resolution of stuff that leads into the ending. So you got your beginning, middle, peak of the story, shit hits the fan, and then declining slope and ending. I mean, do I have to draw a fucking map for you? You call it the peak, you call it the climax, pinnacle, call it whatever you want. It's the top of the mountain. Whatever, dude. Do we have a deal?
Deal. Jesus, can someone turn the music down? I got things to say. Thank you. Alright, here's what would have been the original extra scene. Alright, man, we're coming up on the end of the book. I think it's time that I took a look at it.
Eddie, man, I told you, you don't have to worry about it. I'm on it. We're past 30,000 words, man. It's under control.
I'm sure it is, man. Just let me take a look at it. Maybe it'll inspire me to come up with a good book title.
Look, Eddie, I don't have time to show it to you right this second, man. Let me just finish the book. Let me get it written out. And I swear you'll be the first one to look at it when it's done.
That feeling's only getting worse.
What was that?
I'm gonna come up with the best book title you've ever heard of. And here's the new extra scene. Because WJC disappeared for 3 fucking weeks. Alright, man, you better haul ass and get to writing.
No, hold on a second, man. I gotta let the story marinate in my brain before getting to work. You see, I gotta let my brain take the story, put it into word form before, you know, I can do anything.
Oh, you are so full of shit.
Look, man, I can write over 1,000 words per hour. We need just under 28,000 words. How about this? I'll pull an actual all-nighter tonight, knock most of it out, and then tomorrow we'll work on the ending. How's that sound?
You didn't pull an all-nighter going into day 9? You lying sack of shit. Hey, it's Eddie. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you're subscribed so you can keep up with our shenanigans, and smash the like button to share some support or drop a comment to let us know what you thought. See ya!